Gong Bao Ji Ding, Kung Pao Chicken, cubes of chicken thigh thrown into a screaming wok with dried red chilies, Sichuan pepper, and a handful of peanuts. From Chengdu, named for a governor and misunderstood ever since. You have eaten this dish before. Probably not this version. Somewhere along the way, Kung Pao Chicken picked up bell peppers and a thick, sweet orange sauce. That is not this. The real thing is quick and dry and sharp. Chicken, chilies, peanuts, scallion. A glaze so thin it only just clings. The cooks of Sichuan have a name for this flavor. Lychee flavor. Not because there is any lychee in it, but because the sweet and the sour arrive in that same order. Sweet first, and then the turn. Servings, 4. 15 minutes to prepare, 10 more to cook. 1.5 pounds of chicken thigh, 2 tablespoons of gluten-free tamari, 1.5 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and the same of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of potato starch, 3 cloves of garlic, 6 scallion whites, 2 tablespoons of peanut oil, 1/2 cup of skin-on peanuts, 15 dried red chilies, and 1 teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorns. Begin with the chicken. 1.5 pounds of thigh, cut into small, even cubes. Turned through a spoon of tamari and 1 teaspoon of potato starch. Work it with your fingers until every piece is just slick. Then leave it. 10 quiet minutes. Thigh and not breast. Thigh forgives the heat that is coming. Now the sauce. It is mixed before the fire, never during. 1 spoon of tamari, 1.5 spoons of balsamic vinegar, and the same again of rice vinegar, 1 spoon of sugar. Whisk them together in a small bowl and set it beside the stove. Once the wok is hot, there will be no time at all. This little bowl is the whole character of the dish. The sweet and the sour and the salt. 2 tablespoons of peanut oil in a wok over medium heat. Now the peanuts, 1/2 cup, skin still on. Stir them slowly through the warm oil. 3 minutes, no longer. Listen for the moment the sound changes. When they stop sliding around and start to rattle, scoop them out and set them aside. They go back in at the very end, so they stay loud. Now raise the heat high and let the wok begin to smoke. 15 dried red chilies and 1 teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorns straight into the hot oil. They will darken almost at once. This is the fastest moment in the whole dish. A few seconds and not one more. Burn them and the wok turns bitter. The chilies are not here to be eaten. They are here to lend the oil their heat. Garlic and the scallion whites. 3 cloves and 6 pale scallion ends. A moment only. Then the chicken, all at once, into the roaring pan. Spread it flat and leave it just long enough to catch. And toss. The cubes turn from pale to gold at their edges, and the whole kitchen fills with something sharp and sweet. Now the little bowl. Pour the sauce down the side of the wok, where the metal is hottest. It will hiss and seize and gather. Toss constantly. 3 minutes. The glaze thickens and turns glossy and pulls close around every piece. Then the peanuts, folded back in at the very last second, still crisp, off the heat. This is Gong Bao chicken. Not drowned, not sweet, only glazed and awake. History and cultural origins. The name of this dish is not a flavor. It is a job title. Gong Bao was an honorary rank in the last years of the Qing court, palace guardian to the heir apparent. It belonged to a man named Ding Baozhen, who grew up in the mountains of Guizhou and who came in the 1870s to govern Sichuan. And JEE-ding just means diced chicken. So the whole name reads, the Palace Guardian's Diced Chicken. Ding Baozhen was not remembered in his own time for dinner. He was remembered for water. The great irrigation works at Dujiangyan had been holding back the Min River for 2,000 years, and by his day, they were failing. He rebuilt them. Tradition says he was fond of a plate of chicken fried quickly with chilies and peanuts, and that he served it to guests at his residence in Chengdu. Whether the cooks were his own, or whether the city simply gave his title to a dish it already loved, no one can say now. Then, for a while, the dish lost its name. During the Cultural Revolution, a plate that honored an imperial official was a dangerous thing to set on a table. The words Gong Bao carried the old order inside them, so the dish was quietly renamed Fast Fried Chicken Cubes. Nothing about the cooking changed at all, only the words. It kept that plain name for years, and when the 80s came and the danger passed, the old title came back. The dish had outlasted the argument about it. Today, this might be the most misunderstood Chinese dish in the world. It traveled early, and it traveled far, and everywhere it landed, it got softer. The chilies came out, the sugar went up, and the peppercorn, the one thing that makes it Sichuan at all, almost disappeared. In Chengdu, they still cook it the old way, in half a minute, over a fire too hot to stand next to. Sharp, dry, numbing at the edges. So serve it straight from the wok, while the peanuts are still loud, over plain white rice. Gong Bao chicken has been copied more than almost any other dish, and understood less. It carries a dead man's title and a governor's fondness. and a decade in which it was not allowed to say its own name. And still, underneath all of it, it is only chicken and chilies and peanuts, cooked faster than you would think possible. And the table, at last, is set.